Okay, everyone. Emily and Grace here. I'm gonna read them a story, but first, I'm gonna tell you some things I need to tell you to look up a YouTuber called Mom to Real Kids. She has a question and answer video that she wants you guys to ask her some questions and answer them. Or ask her questions for the question and answer video, I should say. And another thing is I'll tell you about Grace's day. She had a really interesting day. We went up to the hospital to visit my sister, and I took Grace with me. And she got really good reactions. I didn't video in the hospital to keep people's privacy, but I did take lots of pictures, or at least a couple of pictures. If you follow me on Facebook at Leela J. Green, and you're my friend already on Facebook, you will be able to see the photos. And if you're in any groups I'm in, I've posted them in a few different groups too. That was really cool. The nurse actually took Grace and took her around through the nurse's station and showed everybody. She was so excited about it. She was so, oh my gosh, she looks so real, and said something about she wanted one and where she get one. Okay, so let's get on with the story, shall we? We're reading an old golden book. A little golden book. DuckTales, The Hunt for a Giant Pearl, made by Disney. And here's a little information on the Golden Book series. If you've never seen a Golden Book series, you can pause and read that now. Okay, this book is from, let's see when it's from. You can read this now if you desire. It's from 1987. I was just born. Okay, here we go. So, Scrooge McDuck and Flintheart Gloomgold? Okay. The world's two richest ducks were appearing on the television program Lifestyle of Rich and Famous Ducks. Scrooge claimed he owned the bigger and best of everything. See, here is the world's largest pearl, he says. A big, bright pearl glowed in his palm. He's got the pearl. Okay. Let's see. Let's look. See? Yeah. Okay. That tiny thing, scoffed Flintheart. Why, I know of a much bigger pearl. I know where the legendary giant pearl is, and I'm going to get it. Where is it? Scrooge cried. Flintheart laughed. You'll never find it. You don't even know where to look for the giant pearl. I'll find it, he replied Scrooge. It worked, Flintheart told his evil partner, Magisha, the spell. When the show was over, now Scrooge will do the work of finding the giant pearl for us, and it won't and it won't cost me a penny. And with my magic, we'll have no trouble tagging along and nabbing the pearl first, Magishka added with a crackle. But at the same time, she was thinking, then I can trade it for Scrooge's lucky dime. And once I have the dime, I can rule the world. There, ooh, she looks evil. There. Meanwhile, Scrooge had gone straight home. He nodded hello to his 3 nephews, Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Then he headed for the super powerful computer. He needed information about pearls. Nearby, Flintheart and Magishka were peering through a telescope pointed right at Scrooge's window. They watched Scrooge work on and on. I found it, Scrooge finally shouted, waving a computer printout. The giant pearl is on the island of the 3 pointed peaks. Now Scrooge had to locate the island. For 2 days his computer hummed and flashed and printed, but it couldn't find the island anywhere. I'm not wasting another cent to keep you going, Scrooge growled, yanking out the computer's plug. He sat with his head in his hands. Just then, Huey, Dewey, and Louie ran into the room. They had been checking for the island, too. They all pointed at a tiny spot on the map, Pacific Ocean. How did you find it? Scrooge asked. By looking in our journal. Our Junior Woodchuck guidebook, said Dewey. How else? Said Louie. Well, Scrooge declared, I know where the giant pearl is now. I need something that will help me find it on that island. So Scrooge paid a visit to Gyro Gearloose, the inventor. Gyro went straight to work. He selected wires, dials, and buzzers. In a few minutes, he strapped his invention to Scrooge's wrist. This is the Gyro Gearloose Deluxe Pearl Finder, Gyro said. When it is near a pearl, it will ring. And there it is, right there. The next day, Scrooge started packing to go. Huey, Dewey, and Louie watched. Huey said with a sigh, I wish we could go too. Me too, said Dewey. Uh-huh, Louie chimed in. What about school and homework? Scrooge asked sneeringly. There is no school over the weekend. We're studying Pacific Ocean islands anyway, added Dewey. This trip could help us, and we can bring the pearl to school for show and tell, suggested Louie. Scrooge wasn't so sure about that, but he agreed to it. Let the boys come along. They boarded a new jet hydrofoil with a fearless test pilot launchpad McQuack. It zoomed off, flying smoothly and fast just above the water, but flying silently above the hydrofoil was a jet seaplane, and inside the seaplane was Flintheart Magician. After hours of flying, the hydrofoil approached a small island. There's its 3 points peak rose from the calm blue sea. "Look, Uncle Scrooge," cried Huey. "3 points peak," exclaimed Dewey. "I bet the giant pearl is really there," Louie said. Flintheart and Magician. Flintheart and Magician landed nearby without being seen to watch Scrooge and the boys search. They checked a deep cave, no pearl. They peered down 2 volcano cones, nothing. "Why hasn't the pearl finder ring?" asked Huey. "There they are, looking down the hole." They searched under rocks and behind bushes. They looked everywhere, but they couldn't find the giant pearl. Panting, they struggled to the top of the tallest volcano cone, looked into the silent pit. "I have a feeling about this volcano," Scrooge said. "But the pearl finder isn't ringing," said Dewey. "This thing," said Scrooge, unstrapping it. "You wear it. I'm beginning to think it couldn't tell a pearl from a potato." Carefully, Scrooge made his way down inside the steep volcano cone. At the bottom, hidden from above by a ledge, he saw it, the giant pearl. He gasped. It was the single shining eye of an innocent statue. It was in my that. Yeah. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Scrooge took the bright pearl and scrambled back to the top. "Gosh," said Huey, "it sure is big." "Too big for you, Scrooge," sneered Flintheart, rushing up. "But just right for us," said Magician. Waving her hands, she throwed Scrooge and the boys in place with the 2-minute human statue spell. Oh boy. "Now," Flintheart said, with a grin as he grabbed the giant pearl from the helpless Scrooge, "it's mine." "Now, no, it's mine," Magician said, snatching it from Flintheart, "and I'm trading it for the one thing that will let me rule the world, Scrooge's lucky dime." Just then the deluxe pearl finder began to ring. Magician dropped the giant pearl and put her hands over her ears. The pearl burst into bits of Magician's spell wore off. Burst into bits as Magician's spell wore off. "Look what happened," said Flintheart. "If you hadn't been so greedy, we could have gotten away with the pearl." "It's your fault," said Magician. "If you grabbed the pearl sooner, I could have the dime and been on my way." "Serves you both right," said Scrooge. "You let me and the boys do all the work, and you expected the reward. That's never the right way." Back in the Duckburg, Uncle Scrooge was on television again. Huey, Dewey, and Louie were watching. "Yes," said Scrooge, holding up the largest pearl once more. "I still own the world's largest pearl. The giant pearl may be gone forever, but I did find it. And I'll tell you how. I found the giant pearl because I worked hard and did my homework." Later, Uncle Scrooge said to the boys, "That's reminded me. While you were away, you didn't do your homework." "Yes, we did," said Huey. "We wrote it up last night," said Dewey. "And here it is," said Louie. "There was a gold star on their school report about the hunt for a giant pearl." The end. Alright. I don't know. I think the girls really liked this story. I know they did. Did you like it, Emily? Yeah? You too, Grace? Okay. Yeah. Oh, Grace is a bit sleepy, ain't she, little one? Who's rubbing her eyes? She had a busy day. They have toys. Good, Emily. Alright, guys. The girls really enjoyed their story, and they hoped you enjoyed it too with them. Alright, so like, comment, subscribe. Bye-bye.